Let's dive in. What we are seeing right now is Republicans trying to roll back a rule on the number of hours that pilots must require in order to train, in order to be licensed. And
I'm amused that the gentlelady is concerned about raising the age, the regulation that limits the age for pilots when there's a shortage of pilots, but they're okay with a president of the United States who's more than 20 years older than the minimum age.
Mr. Chairman, since you're referring to me, it's not age, it's training hour time. The number of hours that an individual is training, not the age.
Well, part of the regulation's the age as well. Chair recognizes Mr. Armstrong from North Dakota for 5.
I love that. Yeah, well, a different part that you're not admittedly talking about says otherwise. I recognize you saved me. Somebody else talk. Like,
well, if you were to say that, then this would be a really good point. So there.
Exactly. If you, gentle lady, could you please say this other thing? I swear there's no trap. No, she wasn't talking about that, buddy. I know that like you're desperate to say that Joe Biden is old because he's very slightly older than the guy that you're going to spend the next couple of years defending, Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't fresh out of college, man. Like, yes, Biden is old. That is definitely true. But Trump is just as far along. I'm assuming, I don't know, I'm not a doctor, just like I'm not a lawyer, just like Tom Fitton. I'm assuming health-wise, Biden's probably winning that battle. But Viviana, what do you think?
I mean, it's a stretch. It's a stretch there, I think, but what are you gonna do? We have an older person in office. It goes back to these party lines. I really, my personal view, I don't think Biden should be running, not due to his age. There's other reasons as well, because I would happily vote for someone his age that was maybe doing a little bit more for the country.
Yes.
But we have ageism is the ism in this country that is worse than all others. It's worse than racism. It's worse than sexism. And we don't feel it as much because we're still young. But as my parents get older, I start to see it. And it's something that we see in politics now all the time. And we cannot be calling people out like that. It's just not right. And it's not respectful. But there's a lot of reasons to not like Biden. His age, probably the last on the list, frankly.
Perhaps, yeah. And we would support someone just as old if they were doing more. I would have supported Bernie, who is in fact older.
If Bernie was running, I would have a Bernie sticker right here. And I wouldn't care.
Just permanent. I want to end with AOC tweeted about that little interaction saying, what's unique about hearings is that it's just you, a witness, and 5 unfiltered minutes. You either sink or swim on your own effort. Fox News and tech billionaires can't save you here. If you're not on point, there's nowhere to hide. And that's where I wait. See, I like that. See, but that exact same message in theory, slightly changed, is something that you would see a person like a Lauren Boebert tweet out, but it wouldn't have been based on having been right in this situation. Like that actually matters. It's not just about you agreeing with me. AOC was right in the interaction, and that should matter.
It's because AOC is actively listening. She's done her research before she gets in there. Now they do the research before they get in there, but they come up with their arguments before they step into the chamber. And so then they want to use that argument that they prepared that has no validity in this discussion. So that's just someone who's not good at debate. Sorry, go back to debate 101.
Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.